Hello friends, welcome to the 8th video of this series. Now before discussing the video tutorial for this particular series, just a quick snapshot of the things that we are trying to create.
So as you can see, these are the bills that I have collected. I'll just open some of the bills, and I've extracted information from all these bills and I've displayed on the table here something like this: invoice number, line item, issue date, bill by descriptions, amount, grand total, and we can have even conversation with the table, something like that. If I ask what is my expense for category equal to food, so it basically sums of all the amounts, okay, and displays. Okay, so it is somewhat close to 180 rupees.
So I hope you all have gone through the video. Now in this particular video, okay, what we will do is we will create a file which is parser.py, basically to extract information. Okay, this is the parser.py file. Okay, what we will do is we will pass on the information from this text file which is extracted underscore txt.txt file. Okay, and we'll call both the AI agents, which is this one olama2.py and olama1.py, to categorize the expense into different categories as well as to fetch the information from the bills. Okay, so open your VS Code editor, create file which is parser.py. Okay, let's start. Okay, so just moving back to the flow chart. See, what we will first do is we will pass the information from this file extracted underscore text.txt file to this particular parser.py. Now if you go to your particular file which is extracted text file, this is what the text from the bill looks like. So we will pass this information into the parser.py file. That is a step one we are supposed to do. Okay, writing import os, just write all these things. Okay, I'll tell you all these things, what how we are going to use it. See, obviously, in this particular file, again moving back to the flow chart, we will have interaction with both AI, which is olama1.py and olama.2.py. So we will import that function also. Okay, so from olama1 import the name of the function, the name of the okay. Now I'm saying my output file, okay, which was ocr extracted txt file. Okay, this was my output file. Okay, from where I will fetch the information. Obviously I will define a function which is parse multiple invoices. Okay, all good till here we have. Okay, let's print parsing started. Okay, if see, again it's the same thing. We need to pass the information from this particular file into this particular file. So we will need to make a connection between these two. Okay, so this is the connection that we are going to make. I'm saying that if os.path dot exists, okay, in ocr output file, if it doesn't exist, obviously we can't do anything. So print f file does not exist. Okay, that's it, and return empty. Now with open ocr output file, see what I have done here is I'm saying that to open this ocr output file, which is basically this particular file. Okay, R is basically to read it. Okay, and pass, and this entire information after reading has been passed to a master text. So if you go into this particular file, whatever the information we have, we are saying that everything has to be read out and has to be passed into this one master text. Okay, done. Now see, this is a file that we have. Okay, we have all the information from all the bills into one particular file. It starts from text from bill underscore 1.png, then that is text from bill underscore 2.jpg and so on. So the very first thing that we need to understand is, as we pass on the information to the Python file, we need to first tell him that okay, this is bill 1 content, okay, up to this one. This one is bill 2 content, okay. Obviously we will have to define loop under loop. So how to tell Python that this content is for bill 1? Once you look at the heading of the content from the bill, it says double hyphen text from, okay, bill 1. So same thing, double hyphen text from bill 2. So what I'll do is I'll tell the Python to look for this particular thing, which is an indicator, that is double hyphen text from, okay. This is one boundary one till the time you find the next one, okay, which is this one. So whatever comes in between these two boundaries, okay, text from this one, this entire thing, okay, text from and text from, okay. So this is a bill 1. Similarly bill 2 and bill 3. This is how I'll do it. So first of all I need to define function, okay, or I have to write the syntax where I will write that if there is double hyphen text from to the next double hyphen text from, that is bill 1, and keep on doing so, okay. So coming back to this particular file, what I'm doing here is I'll be splitting using the marker. I'm saying that bill section, okay, which is master text dot split, from where the split has to be done, text from, okay, and okay, done. I'm just printing how many splits all already been done, okay. And see, again moving to this particular thing, what I'm basically trying is, wherever I will find this one double hyphen space space, okay, text from, okay, this is my splitter. If you go back to this particular code, okay, so what basically I'm trying to do here is, this is my splitter, done. Keep and ignore the first one, obviously ignore the first one because the first one would be an empty string, okay. So and keep on storing everything. So I will have, so for example in this particular OCR extractor we have 3 bills, so the output for this particular thing, that is total bills, would be 3, because 3 times I will have something like this one, okay. So I'm just printing out the total bills which has to be processed, okay. So now I have told the Python, okay, that how to differentiate the different bill contents, okay. That has been done using this one. Now once this uh, structuring has been done, okay, I'm creating an empty basically a empty list, naming it as a all structured list, okay. As of now just be with me, okay. Now for, now once we have created a split, okay, so bill 1, bill 2 content, bill 3 content, all are different. Now we are going inside that of content, which is a bill section. So for every section, okay, for every section in bill section, what I'm trying to do is trying to split file name and content, okay. See, again moving to this particular file, once I have done the thing we have already shown to you, this would be the content from bill 1, okay, or this would be content from bill 2, okay. Obviously it has a source file name which is bill underscore 2 and the content. So first there are two things that I'll do is I will separate this source file name and the content, okay. So splitting the file name and content, how to do it, I know what is a file name, section dot split. Again I'm using the split, the same thing, okay. See, again moving to this particular thing, I have this entire thing, okay, from bill 2. Obviously if you look into this particular thing, in all the bills I have this thing as a indicator. So I'm saying that whatever is there before this particular double hyphen, okay, whatever is there before this, which is this one, this is a file name. and whatever is there after this one is the content. Okay, so the file name is whatever is there before this double hyphen. Okay, and the content or the I'm telling it as a build text. Okay, which is section dot split. Okay, and done. So this is a file name which says whatever is there before this double quotes. Strip is basically a cleaning process in the case if there is some new line or there is some indent or there is some space. So this will remove using, this could be removed using strip. For the build text, it's the same thing, whatever is there after this double hyphen. Okay, and strip is for the cleaning part. Done. So processing, I just want to show you. Okay, again it's the same thing. So we have splitted all the bills into bill 1 content, bill 2 content, bill 3 content. Now within each of the bills, okay, we have file name and bill text. That is already been done. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll call my first AI. Now again, if you look at into this particular thing, okay, we extracted text in the sense we differentiated bill 1 content, bill 2 content, bill 3 content. We've already done it. Now we will call the first AI here. Okay, how does the first AI look like? If you go into the prompt one file, what it will do is it will create this particular thing for me, which is invoice number, issue date, bill date from the content of the bill. This is my content of the bill text. Okay, so what I'm saying is this is the name of the variable. Okay, what I'll do is I'll call the AI one, which is this one. Okay, and pass the bill text. Done. So you can see the output from this particular thing would be similar to what we have defined in prompt one, this one. Okay, so we have done this particular thing. Now again, moving to the extracted text. Okay, this is a bill to image. Now if you see in this entire thing, within one bill we can have multiple expense. For example, if you see these are the expense, there are some 6 or 7 expenses, and this is a final table that we will create. So for every expense or for every data within an expense, okay, we will have a row. So for example, this is one row. The bill number is same. Within the same bill, say bill underscore 3, we can have multiple line of expenses. Okay, so this is the same thing that we will do here right now. What we will do is we have converted in entire everything into the JSON schema, which is invoice, date, description, and everything. Now we will need to break the description further into the expense list. Okay, so this is what we will do here is breaking multiple expenses, okay, into separate rows of data. This is what we will do is, what I'm saying is if structured data dot dict, if I already have this, obviously we will have this one. Okay, now once we have this, let's call it this one. Okay, we have this one. I'm saying that my description underscore list would be structured data dict dot get description. See the output from this particular thing. Okay, again I'm telling you, would be something like this one. Description, expense 1, expense 2, expense 3. Okay, and amount would look like something like this one. Amount 1, amount 2, amount 3. What we need to do here is we need to match expense 1 with amount 1. We need to match expense to with amount to. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is I'm creating a new list which is description list. Okay, which is basically the description, the entire description, which is this one. Okay, and I'm creating a new list, amount list, in which is equal to this one. Okay, creating a new list again, like enriched, okay, descriptions, and keep it as an empty right now. Now also adding get a, see in this particular part what I have done is I'm saying that I'm calling this description list, okay, here, an amount list. Okay, everything all load here, and I'm using a zip. What zip will do is it will basically marry the expense one with amount one, expense two with amount two, expense three with amount three. Okay, so with this particular line I have done the matching of expense one and the amount one. Now obviously it is as of now into a dictionary format, and AI does not understand dictionary. So what I'm supposed to do is to convert each of the description list or the expense item into string, which is this one. Okay, now once I have the description list, I am calling olama 2 and doing categorization. I'm saying category level is the variable name. This is the olama 2 function, get category from olama, and I'm passing on the service name, which is this one, which again is the same, which is a description list. Okay, now this is what it will look like. Enriched item would be equal to, which is a dictionary, the service description name, which is service name, amount is amount, and category is category level. If you want to see the output, okay, still now we are not at the output level, but see, this is how it will look like. Description, within description we have service description that we have defined. Okay, this one, which is a service name, amount is amount, and category is category. Okay, so the output of this would be something pretty close to what we have here in the terminal. Okay, still now we are not at the output level, but I'm just showing you to have a mental picture of the things that we are trying to create. Okay, and I'm passing this entire thing, which is the enriched item, into enriched descriptions. Okay, so this is done from our side. Now if you remember, one file, structured underscore data dot dish. Okay, obviously it would have a description and an amount. Now we have further bifurcated the description and an amount into different line items, so we will need to update this one, the output into this one with this one. Okay, so updating the main dictionary, okay, with the enrich list. How we will do is structure data dict, we have call as description equal to enriched descriptions, this one. Okay, and we will create one more uh, column, which is a source file, which is a file name. Okay, and finally appending everything in the master dictionary, which is this one. Okay, so you remember this one was on a master dictionary. Okay, so well, the very first thing that we do was to split the bills. Okay, for each of the bills we extracted informations using olama 1, which is the first part. Then for each of the descriptions within the bill we did a split again using this one, and We did a categorization and passing everything into the main dictionary. That's all. Okay. Now closing everything. Okay. Else. Now if there is any error, I'll just to have a view that error has been there. Okay. The final function that we have written it. Okay. And if I run it, so as you can see here, this is the output, final output we have. This is the content from the first bill. This is invoice number, issue date, billed by, bill to. Within description, there is only one line item. Okay, this is what we have, and this is source file. If you go to the bill 3, okay, this is what invoice number, invoice date. We don't have information which is billed to or billed by. Within descriptions, each of the description has been bifurcated. For example, item 1, item name is garlic naan. Okay, and this is amount, this is a category, this is second description, this is third description, this is fourth, and so on. Okay, so coming back to our flow chart. Okay, what we did in this particular video was we created a parser.py file. We made the content pass from extracted text into this particular file, and we brought in both the ais, which is olama 2 and olama 1. Okay, and we have the information something like this. Okay, this is what the information for us looks like in the form of dictionary. Now in the next video, we will see that how to pass on this entire information into a table. We already have created table. Okay, in the last video, we will pass the entire information that we have in the terminal right now into this particular table. Okay, so so if you like this video and you think there is value addition in your skills, in your Python files, in your projects, in your portfolio, please subscribe the channel, hit like, do comment, shares, and see you all in the next video.